I want to show you an innovative program used to build churches. My program is a unique way that rewards those who were able to give large sums of money to their church or to their family or friends, or can even be used to increase their own cash flow. This program will reveal how owners of large assets are able to donate to their family members or church, receive an income for life for doing so, and have the very same asset returned back to their estate tax-free upon their death. I see 3 reasons to use such a unique strategy. As a means to donate large sums of money to the church or building fund, as a means to pass large sums of cash to their loved ones while they're still alive, as a way for asset holders to increase their own cash flow. This strategy revolves around 2 traditional financial products, a pension for life and a life insurance policy. Permit me to give you a few examples. Now let's look at the situation of Joe, age 72, and Ruth, age 67, who have 6 grandchildren. They'd like to help all of the kids with the cost of an education. They just don't know if they want to permanently part with some of their assets in order to do it. How might we be able to help their family with no out-of-pocket cost to them and without depleting their assets? Joe and Ruth have some large assets, including $1.2 million in CDs with very low interest rates. Now, what if we had them loan each of their grandchildren $200,000? These loans would require an annual interest payment of 4%, or $8,000 per year from each child. That means that if each of Joe and Ruth's grandchildren receive $200,000 cash, they will each also be obligated to pay Joe and Ruth interest each year on the loan of $8,000 per year, assuming an annual interest rate of 4%. Of the $200,000 each grandchild receives, they'll deposit $156,785 into a medically underwritten pension for life on the life of Joe. It would generate income for each of the grandchildren at $16,000 per year for as long as Joe is alive. From the income of $16,000 per year, they will buy a life insurance policy on the life of Grandpa Joe in the amount of $200,000 at an annual premium cost of $7,840 per year, so that they can repay the loan when Joe dies. So let's summarize. Out of the $200,000 they have to deposit for the pension, $156,784. That gives them an annual pension income of $16,000 per year. Out of that, they pay 2 payments. One is the life insurance premium of $7,840, and the other is the interest payment to the grandfather in the amount of $8,000. That leaves each grandchild available cash $43,216. But now, Joe and Ruth's estate got back the full $1.2 million tax-free upon the death of Joe. But what if Joe and Ruth wanted to help their church instead? They could create an LLC and loan the money to it, and could donate the same $259,296 and receive a nice tax write-off. If yours is like most churches, then you would rejoice if you could help your members prosper. This strategy helps members enjoy returns that they would not find elsewhere unless they place their money at great risk. Bob and Brenda have approximately $600,000 in an IRA. They want more benefits for them and their heirs and less to go to the IRS. Do you think they will probably pay more taxes or less taxes in the future? After a feasibility study, we determined that Bob was not insurable, but his wife was. We were able to purchase a $500,000 no-lapse policy, good to age 125 on Brenda, with a premium of $9,175. In exchange for the IRA, we obtained a pension on Brenda that paid $45,702, with an after-tax value of $32,905 per year. The client paid the life premium of $9,175, which left them a net return of $23,730. That is a net return of 4.74%, or the tax equivalent of 6.58%. But it gets better. Depending on their tax bracket, their heirs might have gotten anywhere from $300,000 to $350,000, but now their heirs will receive the full $500,000 tax-free. We have multiple strategies that help families increase their cash flow. We need 8 to 12 weeks to determine what method would benefit them the greatest. Let's look at the example of Jack, age 70, who has an account with a balance of $750,000 that he does not need to generate current income. Jack would like to donate to his church during his lifetime, but would also like to pass the $750,000 on to his heirs. Jack decides to buy a pension that will pay him an annual income of $70,100 for the rest of his life. After taxes, Jack's payment from the pension will be $63,938. From the pension income, Jack is going to use $26,969 to pay the premium on a life insurance policy with a death benefit of $750,000 to replace the value of his asset upon his death. This leaves $36,939 per year for Jack to use as he wishes. In this case, Jack is using $30,000 to give to his church every year, resulting in a charitable deduction of $15,000 each year the donation is made, resulting in a $3,750 tax reduction for his donation. Jack has created an after-tax annual benefit to his church of $30,000 and provided a life insurance policy to replace his asset and has increased his after-tax income by $4,527. And also, the beneficiaries of the life insurance death benefit will receive the proceeds of the $750,000 income tax-free. Now, here are the benefits from this transaction. The donation to his church is $30,000 a year. Additional income to Jack is $4,527 per year, and the tax-free benefit to his heirs is the full $750,000. Jason has an asset of $500,000 that is subject to market risk and wants to donate money to his church's building fund, but he has planned on passing it on to his family. We show him how he can do both. So Jason creates an LLC and loans it the $500,000 asset. In return, the LLC must pay Jason interest-only payments at 5% or $25,000 per year. So the first thing Jason did was create a stable income. Now, since this is a real loan, the LLC must pay back the $500,000 upon the death of Jason. So it secures a life insurance policy on the life of Jason for $500,000, which will go back to the estate tax-free upon his death. The policy costs $17,000 per year. The LLC then takes $352,586 and buys a pension for life for as long as Jason lives. The pension will pay $42,000 per year, which is used to make the interest payments to Jason of $25,000 and to the insurance company for the premium of $17,000. That leaves $147,414 to jumpstart his church's building fund. So let's look at the benefits to Jason. He converted an unstable asset to a 5% return, or $25,000 for life. He gave $147,414 to his church with all the tax advantages. He left his estate the full $500,000 behind tax-free. And he left his legacy while yet still alive. To explore possibilities, all we need to do is to obtain medical records and complete a feasibility study. No applications are required. Results take 8 to 12 weeks, and the study is reviewed by a team of experts who negotiate with the insurance companies and obtain legal advice. Now, possible sources of the assets include houses, real estate, IRAs, CDs, large life insurance policies with cash built up, stocks and bonds, or annuities. By using smart money techniques, churches can raise large sums of money or bring great benefits to its members. All it takes is one donor and a church can transform itself without prolonged fundraisers or placing a burden on those who are often the ones who can least afford to give. What I have shared here could be the answer to your prayers. It is a solution that blesses all parties, and it could be just the thing that opens up the floodgates of heaven upon your church family. The only way to find out is to expose your church members to these sound money concepts. It has worked for many churches and charities and provides a way for people to give without loss. Now, how awesome is that? Call or email me if you'd like to share this with your church.